Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be taking a look at all of the latest leaked Pokemon for Scarlet and Violet. This past week the leakers have been revealing a bunch of new Generation 9 Pokemon, evolutions, forms, all that good stuff. So we're going to be taking a look at all of the latest ones revealed. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. Leave a comment what new leaked Pokemon are you most excited to see for the Generation 9 games. Subscribe if you're brand new and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, once again, a massive shout out to Makio and J Roses for just compiling all of this information from the various leakers, making a really awesome website just to kind of easily break down all of the latest Pokemon revealed. As you can see, they've done a really good job. All of the Pokemon have now been updated, but they've also actually included a bunch of information for each individual Pokemon that has been revealed officially and leaked. So, of course, we're starting off with Sprigatito. Don't need to know nothing about that because we already know it's been revealed. But we then have Sprigatito's second evolution. Now, this is, of course, just fan art. It isn't actually what the Pokemon is going to look like. But as we know, it's going to be two-legged, and also the middle stage is going to use this wand that was revealed last week. But however, the final evolution doesn't actually use this wand. Moving on to the final evolution for Sprigatito, it is of course Grass Dark type. Its name in Japanese is Niakasu. It's Clown plus Gentleman Thief plus Mask. It's two-legged, has a God tier hidden ability. And this is just kind of some emotes that were used to kind of describe the Pokemon. And then these are some leaked images of the final stage as well. Next up, we have Fuecoco. We have Fuecoco's second evolution. Now, this fan art is, of course, missing the bird, which, well, the egg that's going to be on Fuecoco's head. It's holding it here. But yeah, in the actual design for Fuecoco's second stage is going to have a bird on its kind of like snout. Well, an egg on its snout. Has an egg on his head like a hat, two-legged, and then if you are curious about the fire, middle stage got a flame egg on his head. It also looks like a hat in the round. And then moving on to the final evolution of Fuecoco, it has a fire phoenix on his head. It's fire ghost, special move linked to singing, so it's a sound-based move. It's also going to be four-legged but can stand on two legs. These were the emojis to kind of describe it. This was the image to describe it. Flame shaped like a bird. So they are the starter Pokemon for fire and grass. We're then moving on to Quaxly. Quaxly's second stage. Only thing we know about it is that it's two-legged. We don't know the typing of it. But Quaxly's final stage, it is water fighting. Looks like one of Fate/Ground Order rulers. Is Peacock plus Dancer, is two-legged. And these are the kind of emojis and the leaked images that we have for Quaxly's final stage. This was kind of just some really cool fan art for it. So that's all the starters. Moving on to Lechonk and its evolution. It, of course, has a gender difference. It's normal something. Evolution with gender difference. The shiny Pokemon is white. Lechonk's evolution, yeah, shiny is white. So that's the information about the Lechonk line. We then have Pawmi. Pawmi's second stage is just electric something. We don't know if it is going to obtain the fighting type. We also don't know what it looks like or anything like that. This is the final stage, though. Just basically fan art again, but kind of we've seen the leaked image of it, which actually is down here. So this fan art basically describes what it's going to look like. It's going to be electric fighting type, has a new move with 1 PP, brings fainted Pokemon back to life, which is absolutely broken. Again, this is going to be ridiculous in competitive. It's going to get banned straight away from Smogon. We then have Smoliv, of course, which is a grass normal. We have Smoliv's second evolution, which again could carry on being grass normal. And then we have the final evolution for Smoliv, which is going to be based on an olive tree. And then again, these were just some more kind of hints and stuff about it. But yeah, Smoliv's final evolution is going to be based on an olive tree. Next up, we have Fido, of course, evolving into this Pokemon, which is going to be Fairy type. Fido and its evolution riddle, it's basically getting more delicious when it evolves. This was kind of the riddle for it. We then have the pre-evolution of Sea Titan. It's going to be an Ice type, and the Sea Titan and the Ice Cool Pokemon could be the same Pokemon. So the Ice Cool Pokemon was kind of leaked a while ago by one of the leakers. We, of course, then have Sea Titan. We have then the Ice Cool Pokemon, which again could be the same Pokemon as Sea Titan. We don't really know a lot about it. These were just kind of like the riddles and the hints and stuff for it. But either way, that is also an Ice type. 2 stages of evolution. What do they look like? Icicles. So yeah, that could be like the same kind of Pokemon. Next up, we have the new Dolphin Pokemon, which again has 2 forms, which one of them is going to be based on a superhero, and the other one is going to just be based on like a normal dolphin. Its evolution has a surprise. It doesn't evolve, has 2 different forms. One is bipedal and looks like a superhero, and then yeah, the other form is just going to be like the normal dolphin. We then have a spider Pokemon, which is of course more hints around that. The evolutionary line of a spider teased in the first trailer, so that was obviously like the spider web that was on, I think it was on like the chair or something like that. And then this is of course the second stage there. We then have this Pokemon, which again, I'm not 100% sure what this one is. I think that's just potentially the third stage of this the spider, but we're not 100% sure if it gets a third stage. We're then moving on to the dung beetle. So new beetle Pokemon, it is based on dung beetles. It evolves once, and then that's obviously the evolution of the dung beetle. We then have the new electric bird type Pokemon, well, electric flying type. They're all new Pokemon, waterfowl, electricity, and chips. So I'm guessing this is the regional bird as well, which is going to be electric flying. It has now been confirmed to be electric flying. So again, probably going to be the regional bird, but we'll have to wait and see. We're getting a parakeet Pokemon, which does not evolve. That's obviously already been revealed. We have the flamingo Pokemon, which doesn't evolve. It's flying fighting type. So yeah, that's kind of like the leaked image of that Pokemon. We then have the pink hammer Pokemon. So the color of the Pokemon with the hammer is pink. It has 2 evolutionary stages. It's also one of the aces of an Elite Four member. But again, I don't think that information is on here. But that's just kind of the evolution of it there. We then have a crab Pokemon. It doesn't evolve. This has also been claimed to be a boss Pokemon. So we obviously have alpha Pokemon in Pokemon Legends Arceus, but the leakers have come out and said that alpha Pokemon are again in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. They're just under like a different name. And these are kind of like bosses and stuff, and the crab Pokemon is one of those bosses. Another one of them is the earthworm. We saw obviously a bit of that in the second trailer, where it was kind of like digging and burrowing under the ground. But either way, this crab is a Pokemon in the game, and it has no evolution. So there's quite a few single stage Pokemon in this game. We then have the new frog type Pokemon, which is electric and psychic. It also evolves once and it stands on 2 legs. So this is of course the evolution of it. But again, we don't really know much more about it than that. We just have the dual typing, and of course that it stands on 2 legs. We then have the fire grass type Pokemon, which has been confirmed to be the chili now. So of course before we had the chili and then the fire grass Pokemon, but they have now been confirmed to actually be the same Pokemon. We don't know if it evolves. We'll have to wait and see, but either way we are getting a fire grass type Pokemon, which is of course a brand new dual typing. We're then getting a new fish Pokemon. We don't know about that. These are just all new Pokemon which we've been told about. So that's obviously the electric flying type, the fish, the frog, and the chili. But we don't know if this fish evolves. Moving on, we have the mouse Pokemon. Don't know much about that at all. We just don't know if it evolves. It is just simply going to be based on a mouse. We then have an ostrich Pokemon, which is a psychic type. It also reminds them of Cleopatra in the hairstyle. And this, of course, evolves once. I think they need to update the website there because it says it doesn't evolve, but it does actually evolve once into again, just a pure psychic type Pokemon. We then have the second dog Pokemon, which we know is a ghost type. So we obviously have the Fido line, which is fairy. We have the ghost dog line, which of course evolves once, and then we also have the dark type as well, which again, we don't really know too much more about it. We just know there's a fairy, which is Fido. We have a ghost dog, and then we also have a dark type dog. Next up, we have the coin Pokemon. So this Pokemon is apparently really hard to get, and also the leaker said imagine Spiritomb in Pokemon Legends Arceus. So clearly you have to collect a lot of things in order to get this new coin Pokemon. We know it evolves once. It is a ghost type Pokemon, and it's going to evolve into a golden ninja. Now this of course has been translated quite badly. People thought that it was going to be like a doll or a humanoid or something like that. Of course, Kaka posted the golden Sudowoodo, I think it was, which of course was a reference to it. So I think it is literally going to be like a golden statue or something. Either way though, it is hard to get, it's hard to obtain. And that's all the information we have about the coin Pokemon. Again, probably going to have to collect loads of coins in order to evolve it into this kind of gold statue thing. We then have a 3-stage, well, it's not a 3-stage, but it's, I guess, well, it's a fire type that evolves into 2 different Pokemon. One of them being a fire warrior. Now the fire warrior and the fire sword have the same pre-evolution, which is of course the Pokemon we just went on. However though, this Pokemon is exclusive to Scarlet. So the fire warrior is exclusive to Scarlet, and then the fire blade is exclusive to Violet. So the pre-evolution is available in both games, but in Scarlet this pre-evolution will evolve into the warrior, and in Violet it'll evolve into the fire blade. We then have a new tumbleweed Pokemon as well. No more information about it than that, just a tumbleweed Pokemon. And then we don't know if it evolves or anything like that, obviously. We then have the sushi fish, which we know does not evolve, but it is a dragon water type Pokemon. Again, a lot of single stage Pokemon in this game. We then have the crystal flower, which is a poison type. Now this was of course a leaked image that we got way back when Kaka first kind of burst onto the scene and he leaked all the gym leader stuff. We have a crystallized flower, and again, this I do believe we now know evolves once, but that's the only information we have about it. The Salt Pokemon has also been updated. We now know that it is a rock type Pokemon. Salt Pokemon, 2 evolutionary stages, and also the hint for it is Minecraft. So this is now a rock type Pokemon, and we know that it evolves twice. So that's the Salts 2, and then of course we have the Engine Pokemon, which is, we know now, is Poison Steel, which is a brand new evolution line. Of course, it was revealed in the trailer here as well. Again, we think it's attached itself to this vehicle, and then it can like detach itself and stuff like that. But either way, we have the Engine Pokemon. We have the Engine Evolution, which is a new dual type, I think. Poison Steel, I don't think we've had that before. We don't know the typing of the evolution, but we're probably going to guess that it's still going to be Poison Steel. We then have the Earthworm Pokemon, which again was revealed in the second trailer, and this is another one of the bosses, just like the Crab. It is like Alpha Pokemon, but again, it's probably something you can do in like co-op, where you can go out and fight these like big bosses and stuff, and I'm hoping that they are quite difficult to beat. We then have the Kamen Rider Pokemon, which is obviously been inspired by the Kamen Rider. It's a bug type as well. We know that information. We don't know if it's a dual type or anything like that. Don't know if it evolves. We then have a new Bike Pokemon, which of course is the normal form of Koraidon, which now basically we know about the Paradox forms and stuff like that. Koraidon and Miraidon are Paradox forms of this Pokemon. We don't know the typing of it, but this is like the present day legendary. So Koraidon is the Paradox form of it in Pokemon Scarlet, and Miraidon is the Paradox form of it in Pokemon Violet. So it's probably going to look quite similar to both the legendaries, but this is the third legendary. It's based on a bike, but yeah, we don't know the typing of it. It's probably going to be Dragon, but we'll have to wait and see. Next up, we're moving on to the conversion species. We of course have the regional form of Diglett, which is water type. It's based on a pink eel, and of course it is, like say, the water type, which we know also evolves into Dugtrio, which is still a pink eel, and of course is still a water type Pokemon. We then of course have the regional form of Tentacool, a Gen 1 Pokemon crawling out of the water to the earth. It's a jelly ear mushroom. It's edible and delicious, and even being ingredients of Titan popular cuisines. We then of course have the evolution of it as well, which we know is still going to be based on like a jelly ear mushroom. We then have the Mankey line, which we of course know now that it evolves into a new cross-gen evolution of Primeape, which is going to be fighting Ghost. We then of course have the Bisharp line as well, which evolves into a new cross-gen evolution, which is staying as a poison, Dark Steel, should I say. And the evolution looks like one of these images, so again, could be any of those. We just know that the cross-gen evolution of Bisharp is staying as a Dark Steel type. Next up, we have Dunsparce. Its evolution is staying as a normal type. It doesn't change much. It's just a little bigger, still a normal type, so yeah, nothing crazy there. We then have Giraffrig evolving into this. This is an artist's kind of like rendition of it, but we actually have the leaked image of it here, so yeah, it literally looks exactly the same. And we now know that this is just a pure Psychic type Pokemon, so it actually loses the normal type. We then have Paldean Wooper, which of course evolves into we don't know if it's going to be a Paldean Quagsire or just a brand new form. This isn't what it looks like either. This is just, I think, a beta Pokemon of Wooper. But yeah, it could be Poison Ground Quagsire, it could be Poison Ground different Pokemon, we're not too sure. We then have the different forms of Tauros. So we have a Paldean Tauros, which we know is fighting type, and then we have the Paldean Tauros, which potentially could be fire type. Because they say regarding regional forms, only Tauros and Wooper, it doesn't have an evolution, but it has 3 different shapes. And again, this could be fire, the other one could be water, we're not too sure. They're just kind of like the colors that the leakers represented them by. We have Paradox Amoonguss, which is of course only available in Scarlet, Paradox Jigglypuff, Paradox Mischievous, Paradox Volcarona, Paradox Salamence, which I absolutely love the artwork for. Of course, these Paradox forms cannot evolve, but they are exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet. Well, the past forms are. We have Paradox Donphan, and then we of course have Paradox Suicune as well, which potentially could be DLC, all exclusive to Scarlet. In Violet, we have Paradox Delibird, Paradox Curlier, which again we thought was a Gallade originally, but now it has been confirmed to be kind of like more based on Curlier than Gallade. And it's also still going to be like an Archer. We don't know the typing of it. Paradox Hariyama, Paradox Volcarona, Paradox Tyranitar, Paradox Donphan. The Paradox we don't really know too much about this one. It's just kind of like based on a chicken or something like that. And then we have Paradox Virizion, which again, still exclusive to Scarlet and Violet. Next up, we have the new pseudo-legendary of the region, which is Dragon Ice, and it's going to be a 3-stage evolution line, which is cool because we haven't really had many Dragon Ice Pokemon in the games. And then we have the 4 legendary Pokemon, the kind of group of them, just like how we have the Tapus in Sun and Moon. So the first legendary is going to be Fire Dark. The second legendary is going to be Ground Dark. The third legendary is going to be Ice Dark. And then the 4th legendary is going to be Grass Dark. So clearly like the Dark type kind of quad Pokemon there. They're probably going to pop up at different places of the map. But either way, they are the 4 new legendaries to kind of go with Koraidon, Miraidon, and then whatever the middle stage is. And then we have Koraidon. We obviously have all its forms here, the different builds, like the sprinting build, swimming build, gliding build. Then we have Koraidon's base form here, which we know, of course, is dragon fighting. And then that's kind of like all the different builds of it and stuff like that. We then have Miraidon, which is dragon electric, all the different builds of that. And I think that is everything for all of the brand new Pokemon for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Again, it was updated quite a lot. We got a lot of new information. But either way, that is going to be everything for today's video. Once again, a massive shout out to Makio and J Roses. Make sure to go check out the website if you haven't already, because it just has information on everything, all the updates, everything like that. Like I say, they even have like latest updates and stuff. Like I say, all of these were like the latest updates for the new Pokemon. Anyway, though, that's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Drop a like if you did. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. It's everything from me. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.